Cannibalism in our modern media right now is fucking everywhere. Everyone is fucking starving, apparently. Everyone's hungry. But that's not all it's, like, depicted as. It's also kind of sexy, kind of stylish even, and very strangely intimate. Like, why does the act of eating your own kind keep showing up in horror movies, thrillers, and just sometimes highbrow art? This video is going to take a semi-serious, semi-chaotic academic plunge into cannibalism's role as the ultimate taboo and why storytellers love to feast on it again and again and again. Like, we get it. You eat people. We're gonna unpack the anthropology and psychology behind cannibalism as a cultural symbol. We're gonna unpack how modern media how modern media weaponizes cannibalism to explore power, identity, and societal collapse. We're going to unpack the messy intersection between disgust, fascination, and forbidden desire with cannibalism. We're going to bring up some of our iconic cannibal characters. Shout out to Hannibal Lecter. Why we love to be horrified, grossed out, and oddly captivated all at one time. Expect very dense ideas served with a little sprinkle of chaos, some dark humor, and disclaimer, no actual cannibals were harmed in the making of this video. There might be some spoilers ahead for your favorite creepy shows and movies, and you might not look at your dinner the same way again. So, let's see what everybody's chewing on. First off, what does cannibalism even mean? Okay, anthropologists tells us that cannibalism has existed in various cultures throughout history, often surrounded by ritual, survival, or just extreme taboo. Usually, it's one of the ultimate societal no-nos, but it's also one of the most primal human acts, like just survival in its rawest form. Psychologically, it taps into our deepest fears, like being consumed, losing our identity, and the blurring line between self and other. Plus, it's disgustingly intimate. Eating another person is not just violence, it's the ultimate invasion of privacy and just the self, really. So if we go back in time a little bit, before we fast forward to modern media, let's talk about the ancient myths. So we got Kronos eating his children, we got Dionysian rituals. For colonial horror, we have cannibalism depicted as the other in a racist sense. We have Silence of the Lambs in the 20th century. We have Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We have a lot of survival horror movie tropes. More lately, it's not really about the monsters themselves anymore, it's about us. Cannibalism has shape-shifted into this metaphor about love, sexuality, consumption, control, and identity, and trauma instead of being this monster character. So if we fast forward to modern storytelling, cannibalism itself becomes this potent symbol. It's not just about the gore, though yes, there's lots of that. It's more of a narrative tool to explore power dynamics, societal collapse, the taboo desires of modern day, less than survival. When characters eat people, they're often taking control of that person, they're breaking the societal rules, they're exposing the fragility of civilization, just because, like, if one person breaks this baseline rule that's not written, everybody else is like, whoa, 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 wait a minute, you can't do that, but you can. Technically, you fucking can. Think like Hannibal Lecter. He's charming, he's cultured, but he's also terrifying because he literally consumes other people to gain power. Think about movies like Raw, where cannibalism is tangled with this coming of age and identity and forbidden desire. Like, you're coming out of yourself, you're becoming anew, you're transforming, your metamorphosis, sizing, however the fuck you say it, you're changing and people don't like it. I fucked up my camera. Whoopsie. Okay. Anyways, so the weirdest part about this is that we love cannibal stories as a society. We're repulsed by it. Sure. but glued to the TV screen. Like, you can't say you wouldn't watch a cannibalism movie, because, like, bitch, you would. Bitch, you would, and you would like it. It's a cocktail of disgust and fascination. Kind of like watching a car crash in slow motion type shit, but like with teeth and tongue and flesh. This duality of cannibalism makes like the perfect horror and thriller tropes, but it also taps into something deeply human about ourselves, our complicated relationship with death, survival, the body, desire, transformation. Cannibalism in modern media forces us to confront the limits of our empathy and our instincts as well. So cannibalism as desire, I specifically want to talk about Hannibal, the TV show, not the book character or the movie characters, specifically NBC's Hannibal. It's very erotic. There's a lot of fine dining. There's a lot of philosophical murder and queerness and trying to understand each other. There's this one quote that I directly want to talk about. It's when Hannibal is talking to Will Graham, he says, "Killing must feel good to God too. He does it all the time, and are we not created in his image?"
Did you really feel so bad because killing him felt so good?
I like killing others.
Killing must feel good to God too. He does it all the time. And are we not created in his image?
It depends who you ask.
God's terrific. He dropped the church roof on 34 of his worshippers last Wednesday night in Texas while they sang a hymn.
Did God feel good about that?
He felt powerful.
It's just like, oh, it's such a good show. I recommend it to everyone. And I want to point out that their relationship revolves directly around manipulation and cannibalism. It's the way they maneuver around each other is cannibalism becomes a language to these characters. It's just like, I love you, I want you, I need your flesh. In modern media for cannibalism modern media, anyways, whatever the fuck you want to say, there's a lot of cultural critique. So like let's use tender as the flesh. So there's a lot of class warfare, there's literal consumption of the individual, there's societal breakdowns, there's government control, there's performative morality, there's capitalism. It's like, if you've never read Tender is the Flesh, basic description is the basic concept, and it's really fucking disgusting, fascinating, disgusting, is that this virus infected all of animal meat, so the only meat I guess humans can eat anymore, at least in the US, is that human. It gets really bad. It gets really, really bad. The ending was worse than I thought it was gonna be. And I can only read it the one time. Like, I refuse to go back and annotate it like I usually do with books, because it made me just so upset. But I made my friend read it. So since we're name dropping the legends, like Hannibal Lecter being the poster child, of course, but, you know, also characters like Jennifer from Jennifer's Body, Jennifer Check. So she specifically, you know, has this famous quote that's like, "I'm not eating people, I'm eating boys."
You're killing people. No, I'm killing boys. Boys are just placeholders. They come and they go.
She is like the picture of cannibalism as queer identity, other than Hannibal, NBC's Hannibal, anyways. Because Jennifer Check in the movie Jennifer's Body is just so ahead of its time, first off. And Jennifer Check takes cannibalism and these powers she gains in the movie, hopefully that's not spoilers for anyone, as this transformation of like taking somebody else's life to become more yourself. Every time she eats one of these boys, she like starts glowing and she's pretty again, and like she's all happy, and like she wants to go visit her best friend or whatever. She's such an icon. And even though each of these characters uses cannibalism as a different way to shock you, to challenge you, to provoke you, Jennifer Check specifically shows you how like taking different parts of people around you can make you feel more like yourself, and can also just, it's like becoming who you want to be is very messy. Figuring out who you are in your coming of age era, I guess, is very, very messy. Let it be messy, because if you don't, you're not gonna know who the fuck you are. But like, also cannibalism, like it's such a movie ahead of its time. I could rant about Jeffrey's Body for a whole video. I fucking love it. But anyways, cannibalism in modern media now. Why is it about desire? Why is it about cultural critique? Why is it about identity right now? Why isn't it about horror survival and just being fucking dramatic like it used to be? My first theory is the zoo animal theory. So specifically, when everyone went into quarantine, we all kind of just brain rotted for a while. We forgot how to interact with each other. We don't, even though we're allowed to go out of the house now, most people just don't. Like they don't go out every day like they used to, you know? You don't feel safe going out anymore. If you've ever seen a zoo animal be freed, you can find them still circling a random spot in the forest. They're still in a cage, or just not acting like a normal animal should, or they get immediately because they don't know how to survive anymore. I feel like that's what happened with especially Gen Z and Gen Alpha, because they were born during quarantine. And I feel like that's why cannibalism now is not seen as such a like crazy survival instinct. It's a transformation. There's this revolt against alienation, I guess, due to the COVID quarantine, specifically in cannibalism media. Like in a world where words now are used to such extreme degrees, like specifically in the news, in politics, words are used to such extreme degrees as a mask for brainwashing, for propaganda. Like, using cannibalism in modern media is one of the most extreme fucking metaphors that you can use for being seen and felt and understood and transforming, and your taboos and your forbidden desires, how you can find your identity in a return. It's like this return of the visceral in the age of sterilized media. Do you know what I'm saying? Media nowadays, especially the news, is so fucking dramatic for no reason. It's sterilized like a fucking hospital room, or like your tattooist's fucking tray. Like, you don't really know what's going on. Like, the germs aren't there. The actual tea, the drama isn't there anymore, because it's so fucking wiped clean for what they want you to hear, for what they want to say, that you don't know what's right or wrong, you know? And I feel like this return of a visceral cannibalism, fucking extreme ass metaphor for all these different things, are just showing us how starved we are of what we need. However your cannibalism character, your favorite cannibalist character, is perceived, whether they're just like some gay who wants a quickie, or like literally just eating people because they are so fucking hungry. Like, it just shows you what you need on the inside, psychologically. I'm not telling you to eat people. I'm not telling you to eat. I'm not telling you to eat. Okay? Do not eat people. But like, maybe we just aren't scared of cannibals anymore. Maybe we just understand what it means to be starving for the truth, for good media, for figuring out what your desires are, for identity, for understanding, for community. Whatever you need, you can find a cannibal also needs that in our modern media. So cannibalism in media, it's messy. It's the symbolic mirror of reflecting our fears for survival, for power, for identity. It's about control, it's about taboo, it's this strange human fascination with the grotesque, and yeah, it's kind of terrifying, but it's so endlessly compelling. But if you enjoyed this semi-academic chaos, let me know what your favorite cannibalism media is down below. And remember that this video is for intellectual curiosity only. No actual cannibalism advice here. I'm not telling you to go eat people. I'm not telling you to go eat people. I am not telling you to go eat people. Thank you for watching this video, and this is the Intellectual Predator signing the fuck